Hello my lovely Trails fans, welcome back to the next episode of Trails from Zero. Alrighty, so this episode we are going to be going around and getting the many famous views of Crossspell. So of course this is one of them, but we have already gotten this one, so we can't get it again. The next one, I believe, will probably go to the ancient battlefield for that one, because we're somewhat close to it. Alrighty, so this is our first one right here. Oh, it's the Sun Fort again. We were in the middle of an emergency the last time we were here, so I didn't have much of a chance to take it all in. Yeah, likewise, but that reminds me, Tio, didn't something about it bother you? Oh yeah, guess you did mention feeling some weird vibes from inside the fort. How do you feel now, Tio? I'm fine now. I may have simply gotten used to the feeling though. That aside, should we not take some photos of the fort for Grace's guide? Oh yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Will you do the honors, Ellie? Okay, leave it to me. Phew, I think that should do it. Good job, Ellie. It seems like things went well. With that, shall we get going? Alrighty, and I think there should be a couple of chests in this area near where we fought those boss monsters, so I'm going to skip us over there. Of course, while we're here, we'll open the gates, because that'll make things a little easier for us to get in and out next time. Alrighty, let's find those chests. Alrighty, here we are again once more. Let's see what we have here. So that looks like that should be a monster chest. So let's go ahead and save just before we get into that. Oh wait, no. It just kind of looked like it because it was hidden behind the bush. You check the chest to see it full of fan mail addressed to the SSS. It's sweet, but you wonder how it got there. Door is shut tight. And this should be the last one, just up here. All the way up there. Okay, now this one is a monster chest. Well, this doesn't look too bad. Just these ones reflect physical damage, yep. Hydro cannon. Art for you, I guess it's this new. Make as many people blind as we can. Oh, hello. Was not paying a lot of attention there. Get you back up real quick. Oh, I'm going to mess around with her craft points again. Oh, we've got the scent. You may have met my brethren. Between you and me, they're a little unhinged. Another chest pun. And what does scent do? Enemies more likely to notice you in the field, affects whole party. Doesn't sound super useful. Alrighty, I'm gonna skip us ahead onto the next photo area. Oh, and as I was travelling around looking for new things, I noticed there was some people here that we can actually talk to. This is one of the destinations along the Crossbell and Sightseeing Tour. Everybody at the tour has been having a great time, myself included. This is one beautifully built rest area. Anybody unaccustomed to travelling would deeply appreciate this. Oops, accidentally dozed off for a second. Can you blame me though? Look at how perfect the weather is. I love how warm it is. I might accidentally take a small nap. This is great. There's nothing but the great outdoors around here. I'd only heard Crossbow was a technological metropolis, so I wasn't expecting such a treat. As soon as I found out, I just had to splurge on a brand new oval camera. I heard this big hunk of metal is called a vending machine. Apparently if you feed this thing mirror and push a button, a drink will come out. Wow, the future is here. Don't tell me somebody's hiding in that thing. Alrighty, and I don't think this is the location that we're taking a picture. Huh? What do you suppose they're growing in that field over there? Probably fruits, right? Or maybe it's vegetables. I'm more of a fruity guy myself. But alrighty, that was pretty cool. At least we know we don't have to come here every time to talk to them because they're just generic tourists. But onwards to the next photo opportunity. Alrighty, and here we are. So it's the one that's just next to this gate into that little area that we had to do a quest in ages ago. You know, now that I've had a chance to soak in the sights, the rural scenery here is lovely. You can say that again. Didn't have much of a chance to really check it out last time, what with all the monsters we had to take down. I suspect this location would provide a perfect setting for a countryside picnic. However, it is likely that the nearby monsters would make it difficult to enjoy. Still though, I bet it'd be really fun to drive down this road. I imagine this view is a familiar sight to traders like Mr. Hayworth who travel all over the state. I'm sure it is. I bet we could take a great photo of this area for Grace's article. Will you do the honours, Ellie? Okay, leave it to me. Phew, I think that should do it. Good job, Ellie. Seems like things went well. With that, shall we get going? Alrighty, and some of the next areas will be on the way to the Mains Mining Village. One of them is the cathedral, but we already have that photo, so I will be heading to the next one after that. Well, actually, ain't it already past noon? Damn, looks like we didn't make it back in time for the parade. A shame, I had heard rumours of Mishi riding in a car. Yeah, searching the ancient battlefield ended up being a lot tougher than I anticipated. Let's head back to the SSS and take a much needed break. Yes, let's. Alrighty, so that was that little scene there. So I'm glad we didn't miss that. I just need to. I think it's the intersection here. Will be our first location. Yep. The sight never becomes any less impressive, especially so when we are this close up. Yes, this is one of Crossbell's landmarks. You would be hard-pressed to find a waterfall this grand in another country. I bet it gives off such a soothing vibe. Next time someone talks about cleansing their heart and mind, I know exactly where to send them. Should we meditate under the waterfall? We can do the ums and everything. They say meditating under a waterfall while only wearing a loincloth can help you reach true enlightenment. That sounds a bit dangerous to me. I think I'll pass. I'd rather vomit than picture you in a loincloth, thank you very much. Come on, Teotok, don't be shy. Putting that idea aside, this spot would make a nice photo for Grace's article. Will you do the honours, Ellie? Okay, leave it to me. Phew, I think that should do it. Good job, Ellie. Seems like things went well. And with that, we've managed to meet Grace's 5-photo quota. Let's run these by her when we get the chance. So she only needs 5, but there are 9 locations altogether, so we are going to be going after the rest. And I believe another one should be in these tunnels somewhere. Just need to remember where. I think it's down here. Yeah, I think it's this way. Oh. They don't mean to do that. Oh, and I did level up with Ellie while I was gone. While I was heading here, just to give her a quick heal. And yep, here we go. Here's the next place we can take a photo of. What is with these ruins? They look dilapidated. I think it's the ruins of a temple built during the Middle Ages. Whatever the details are, the CGF doesn't want anyone entering, judging by the barricade. The same as Stargazer's Tower. No reason to go trespassing. Still, it's quite the view, isn't it? I bet we could take a great photo of this area for Grace's article. Will you do the honors, Ellie? Okay, leave it to me. Phew, I think that should do it. Good job, Ellie. Seems like things went well. With that, shall we get going? There's a couple of chests we can't get. But alrighty, on to the next area. Alrighty, and here we are at the next area. So this is just on the way to Ursula, and it's literally just outside of the city right here. So this big old body of water is the Lupinus River, eh? What's that thingy floating all the way out in the middle supposed to be? I'm going to guess there's some old ruins. The database contains no details either. The only information I found was that entry is prohibited. I can't speak to the rune's origins, but I've heard people refer to it as a matchmaking shrine. If a man stands on the left of the observation platform and a woman to the right, they can give their vows and live happily ever after. I don't know about that, Mademoiselle. That kind of sounds like an old wives' tale. I bet we could take a great photo of this area for Grace's article. Will you do the honors? Okay. Right, our next destination is going to be Stargazer Tower. Alrighty, Stargazer Tower. Doesn't look like we have to go all the way there, so that's nice. All these places have bells in them. I just noticed that. Those bells must be important. Stargazer's Tower. It's been a while since we fought Yin here. On second glance, this place sure is beautiful, isn't it? From the outside, absolutely. From the inside, not so much. Would it not be wise to conduct an investigation of the entire tower someday? Leaving mysteries like this unchecked always leaves an unsavory taste in my mouth. Considering the place is under the CGF's jurisdiction, that might be easier said than done, Teotot. On top of that, you'd have to get the permission of a dumbass who won't allow anything that doesn't earn him a promotion. Well, with all these problems to deal with, we'll never get bored. Anyway, this spot would make a nice photo for Grace's article. Will you do the honors? Alright, all done. We should just have one more location to go, and that will be in the West Highway, I believe. Alrighty, and for this last location, you just go to the intersection next to the police academy, you go east, which is on the way to Crossbell City, and it's right here at the train tracks. The Transcontinental Railroad. Yep, thing connects Arabonia to Calvert, all while running smack dab through the middle of Crossbell. Damn impressive when you think about it. Freight trains are also used to transport goods in and out of the state. It wouldn't be a stretch to say that the railroad symbolizes modern-day Crossbell. It's too bad we can't take a picture of the train to give to Grace. It would have made for something really spectacular. What's up, Tio? It would seem a train is approaching after all. Wait, seriously? That's friggin' sweet, man. Think it's time for that picture-perfect moment, Mademoiselle. Get the camera, Ellie. Okay. There it goes. Phew, I think that might have been the first time I've seen a moving train up close and personal like that. How'd it go, Ellie? Well, it was a moving object and I was a bit rushed, but I think it'll get the job done. Oh really? Well, he managed to pull the camera up pretty quickly, so we owe you one. Anyway, let's get a move on. Right, that should be everything. All 9 areas. And then we just have... So... we're able to... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9 areas. And the last thing we need to do is just go back to the East Crossbell Highway to get rid of that monster. So we're going to head on over there and I'll see you there. Alrighty, and we're basically there. So it was just one area away from the city, and it's that big round circle right here. Let's go ahead and get close, save, and let's get stuck right in. I don't know the best way to kill these guys, so let's start with an earth and then use you to analyze one. Okay, wind would have been better. Huge crustacean that fights by spewing bubbles, causing various status abnormalities. Looks like I can blind them, so that's going to be good. So obviously not using water, we can use aerial. Throw out a crash bomb with you. And then, okay, so seeing that, it does have water, I should say. You do not. I guess I can just go with these big abilities anyway. Let's see, so this is the new ability that she has. Manifest the time barrier and destroys it advancing turns. Okay. That's pretty useful. That's really useful. He got put asleep, so let's wake him up. Don't have anything specifically for that. Wait. It healed. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so I guess that bubble move allows it to heal. So I'm probably gonna have to seal that next time. Maybe seal it time. Craft. Try and take this thing down as quickly as I can.
助かりました。
任せてくれ。
私の番です。
Wait, is it immune to stun? To seal, should I say? I think it might be. Is this just a fight against the clock?
エニグマ駆動。
私の番ね。よし。
It looks like her ability advances their turn, but not like as a haste buff, but rather just immediately. So it could come in useful, but it's not like immediately super useful. Yeah, that's one down. Oh, Lloyd got close to dying. Yeah, things got a little crazy there. Alrighty, so next destination is going to be turning in our photos. Alright, here we are. Let's go and get our photos turned in. Let's do a quick save just in case I did miss one, but I don't think I did. Oh wow, it looks like you managed to take a lot of photos. I'll call Grace and let her know. Are you ready to submit them? Okay, this should be all of them. Yep, looks like you managed to take enough. Also, could you return the old camera you borrowed? We'll start developing the photos right away. Ah, nearly forgot about that. I'm excited to see how they turned out. Yep, we'll get right on it. Grace should be waiting on the second floor for you. Welcome back, guys. A job well done. The photos you brought are finally developed and raring to go. Let's take a peek, shall we? Go. Ah, the rustic landscape of the old American road. Just one glance fills me with tranquility. Oh, this one's America's flower garden. The delicious honey is to die for. Oh wow, are these the mysterious ruins hanging over by the mouth of the Lupinus River? Remove the monsters from the equation and this would be the ideal bait spot. What the heck? Where'd you even take this? I gotta say, the emptiness brings about a soothing tranquility. And here's the money shop. It wouldn't be a sightseeing tour guide without Maine's Mountain Paths waterfall. It truly is a sight to behold, isn't it? I can't help but stare at it longingly when I take the bus out to Maine's. Oh, you even managed to snap a shot of the railway. Is this the one near West Crossbell Highway? I've seen my fair share of train fanatics out in the city, so I'm glad we managed to get one photo of it. Is this Stargazer's Tower? It's not exactly the safest place to go, but it's still a nice and quiet spot away from the bustle of the city. Whoa, ruins? You're telling me there's a place like this on the Maine's mountain path? It looks like some kind of ancient temple. I can just feel the mystery oozing from it. You're kidding me. None of our records feature a ruin like this on the ancient battlefield. It definitely gives me that Middle Ages fortress vibe. If we convince Braces to guard the place, it could be an outstanding tourist attraction. Unbelievable. Each and every one of them is flawless. Masterfully done, Ellie. If I'm being totally honest, this is the kind of work that puts most professionals to shame. Consider me impressed. I'd better start looking into a way to convince Ellie to replace Rains as our main photographer. I think that's a little much. I'm relieved you enjoyed them though. You hear that, Mademoiselle? Masterfully done, she says. Not only were the photos fantastic, but you even managed to give me a double helping. You guys are the best. I think we're totally set. All that's left to do is to add a nifty little introduction, and then it'll be completely finished. Alright. I'm glad to hear that, Grace. I see it was wise to trust in the eye of a detective. You were able to track down all those glorious spots like it was nothing. maybe you guys should consider changing careers and becoming official tour guides. What do you say? I hope you're not implying another request. No. Anyway, you really saved my skin. I'll keep you guys on speed dial for whenever I need you, okay? Yes, well, instead of that, just submit another support request, okay? Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Well then, duty calls, so I'll leave you be. Bye-bye. Man, leave it to Grace to submit a request that makes his work up a sweat. True, but I hadn't held a camera in so long, it was actually pretty fun taking those pictures. I actually don't mind doing requests like this every once in a while. Same here. On the other hand, keeping up with Grace can become exhausting after a while. Yeah, you can say that again. Alrighty, that's that wrapped up. Let's head on over to the SSS building then, I guess. And see what cutscene we get.
はい、ロイドです。
お忙しいところすみません。今大丈夫ですか？
ああ、一区切りついたところだから大丈夫だよ。緊急の要請が入ったのか？
いえ、ロイドさんたちに直接頼りたいという方がいまして、貿易商のハロルドさんとおっしゃる方なんですけど。
ああ、知り合いだけど一体どうしたんだ？
それが市内のパレードを見ている最中、お子さんが迷子になったそうなんです。
そうか、わかった。どこで待ってもらってるんだ？
警察本部の近くにある噴水の前のベンチのところです。どうやらその近辺でお子さんとはぐれたらしくて。
わかった。すぐに行ってみるよ。
はい、よろしくお願いします。どうしたの？
ああ、貿易商のハロルドさんから俺たちに頼みがあるらしい。パレードの最中、お子さんが迷子になったそうだ。
それは今日の人出だとはぐれたら大変そうですね。
ってことは祭りには定番の迷子探しのミッションってわけか。
ああ、多分ね。警察本部近くの噴水前で待っているらしいから、とにかく事情を聞きに行こう。
Alrighty, looks like we found out what our next mission's going to be. Oh, I hope his son's going to be okay. Sounds like they already lost their daughter before.
報告を受け。わわ、大
Right,
変でしたね。
many famous for use a crossbow. There's the bonus, detective points. Oh, we got a promotion to 6th class. Gladiator belt.
はい、お疲れ様でした。
Missing tourist. We got the bonus detective points. You get that for actually beating the monsters, because you can actually lose against them, but you're still saved.
わわ、大変でしたね。
Seal theft investigation. I believe that was for talking to all of the stands and answering the right questions.
わわ、大変でした
And
ね。
then obviously you don't get any extra points for defeating these monsters.
特典の品もすぐにそちらにお疲れ様です。
Got ourselves a nice little wage increase, 25,000 mirror. And let's take a look at that. Prevent seal, strength goes up. Gladiator belt, gain craft points every turn. A motivating belt, craft points automatically recovers in battle. Yeah, let's give him all the gladiator stuff. Alrighty, that's where we're going to call this episode for today. Next episode, we'll obviously go and see how Mr. Hayworth is doing. So thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode's coming out. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.